Welcome to CYB 4304, Cybersecurity Law and Policy. My name is Dr. Galliano. This course provides a framework for the regulations and policies intended to protect assets from cyber attacks. You will practice security information gathering. You will create security plans to reduce those attacks, and you will also develop security procedures and processes for responding to security breaches and assessing the risk for information assets. Your prerequisite for this course is ITC 4305, the Internet and Network Security, more commonly referred to as the Security Plus Prep course, and that course laid the groundwork for what you're going to study over the next 8 weeks. You may have also already taken SEC 4303 IS and Policy Analysis and even other pertinent courses in the IS and Cyber Degree Plan. Our text for this course is Security Policies and Implementation Issues by Johnson and Eastham, published by Jones and Bartlett Learning. Now, as I surveyed the coursework, I really did become excited for you. You will demonstrate your subject matter expertise via 6 different labs and a research project. So let's talk a little bit about what is expected. I'm going to pull up my browser at this point, and I need to get to the right window here. So you should now see in the browser window our course. Actually, you're going to see the textbook, but I'm going to switch to the right tab here. And I am on the Start Here page of our course, which of course begins soon. So this is like any other course you've experienced here at Columbia Southern. You get the course checklist, professor profile. This is where my welcome video will live once I have it uploaded. A tutorial to Blackboard, and then some additional things. So I'm going to go directly to the syllabus, and we're going to kind of focus what we're covering on this area here. So you will have weekly discussion boards, and I'm focused on the grading portion here. Each of those is worth 2 points, so a total contribution to your grade of 16%. 6 hands-on labs worth 60%, a research project worth 10%, and a final exam worth 14% of your overall grade. Note that those last 2 items are both in weeks 7 and 8, so nearly 25% or 1/4 of your overall grade is in the last 2 weeks of the course. For the labs, we will cover the following topics. Lab 1 will be creating an acceptable use policy, and you've probably all signed those as part of one organization or another. Lab 2 is developing a security policy framework implementation plan. Lab 3, you'll actually define that policy framework. In Lab 4, you'll create a separation of duties policy. In Lab 5, you'll create a security awareness policy. And you'll culminate your lab work with Lab 6, what I really consider the capstone here, creating an incident response policy. And while these hands-on labs should be really engaging, the culminating research project in week 7 is really designed to allow you to demonstrate your knowledge of developing several cybersecurity policies for an organization. Now, we will build on the policies that you created in the labs by creating a professional deliverable. And I just want to state right here that you should treat this as if it were a real work project. Now, here's why. Not only will it enable you to potentially take this turnkey project and use it in your job setting, but you can also add it as a polished deliverable to a resume or a job portfolio. And believe me, employers really do eat this stuff up. They want to see what you've actually done. I mean, let's face it, anyone can copy and paste job responsibilities into a resume. I can't tell you how many resumes or job applications where, the first big thing that the person has done starts with responsible for. And, that doesn't really tell me anything about what you did in the job. So my advice to you is make the most of these assignments. And on this research project in this course, do it so that you can add it to your job-ready portfolio. You will be gaining real-world experience, and your prospective employers will want to know what you did during your time at Columbia Southern. So to give you a bit of a preview on that research project in week 7, you're going to produce a title page, a table of contents, an introduction, a paragraph introducing each of the policies that you worked on. You'll explain the sequence of the policies. You'll talk about why you chose the policies in the order that you did. We've kind of already covered those in the labs, but they essentially, that's what you're doing in weeks 1 through 6. And then a references page. Now, I know right about now you're thinking, wow, this sounds like a lot to get done in a week. But it really isn't. You've already created all of the content in the labs in units 1 through 6. Really, all you're doing in this research project is you're going to build a container to wrap all that excellent content that you created earlier. And this final deliverable really is not much more than a couple of pages in length. You will do the title page. You'll have a table of contents. You'll have the introduction, a conclusion, and a references page. But this is where I need to make my standard pitch about communication in cyber, really. You're going to follow my format of tell them what you're going to tell them, and then tell them what you told them. That's the key right there. Do those 3 things. Sounds easy, right? And it's because it really is when you think about it. Those 3 things are tell them what you're going to tell them, which is your introduction. Tell them, that's the body of your paper. Then tell them what you told them. That's your conclusion. And that's really all there is to that. So in closing to this welcome video, I'd like to just reiterate that 4304 is formatted like any other course you've had here at Columbia Southern University. And so without further ado or questions, if you do have questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My contact information, as always, will be in the Ask the Professor forum. All that I ask from you over the next 8 weeks is keep the gas pedal to the floor and give me your best effort. I look forward to working with you, and have a great rest of your day.